Hey,
Welcome to another episode of He Said, We Said. This is Kiera.
this is Leah.
This is Solo.
And it was just a week of BS, a lot of depressing news. So we're going to try to consolidate it down as best as possible, starting with the unfortunate killing of Daunte Wright. He was a 20-year-old kid, correct, who was pulled over. I'm kind of hearing a lot of different stuff.
Yeah.
I thought he was
So
pulled over
I
for a
read
warrant, right?
something. Yeah, I heard something like he was pulled over for
Well, he was pulled
like
over for,
registrations or something like that.
or was it
But
the car?
then
Was it the
they said
car?
something about an air freshener too was part of the reason, like something hanging in the front. And then also I saw it was like shooting in the area. And it's just like, okay, what was the reason?
Right.
I guess they're sticking with a regular traffic stop, but it still doesn't really make sense. I don't know. But yeah,
Right.
what's her name? Was it
Kim
Kim?
Porter. She
Okay.
is the officer who killed Daunte because she accidentally thought that her gun was a taser. So people are up in arms. I mean, obviously another Black man has been killed, but it seems to be a new reason every single time. So at this point, it's like, okay, how did you think that your taser, or excuse me, that your gun was a taser? Taser is like a bright highlighter yellow color. They talked about the
Way
trigger
lighter, isn't
being
it?
different.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was much different. And then,
you're
They said something about her being 26 years in the force or something like that.
yeah,
yeah, she's a
Ain't no
vet.
way.
she's like, she trains people. So it's like,
Yeah. I don't know. The part that sucks about this one is, right, if you try to think and kind of like project the whole thing out, it's just like, man, I already see what's about to happen. She called out taser. They're going to be like, she thought it was the taser. And
and
they're
then
just
it's
going
kind of,
to,
funny because you start to learn all these things about how the taser's supposed to be on your non-dominant hand and the gun's supposed to be on your
I
dominant
saw
hand,
that
so you
too.
can know the difference. It's just like, oh shit, man. So but it's really disheartening because it's like we're in the midst of the trial with George Floyd, and I don't know if any of you all been watching, but it's been pretty emotional. But
I've been trying to stay away from it. I'm not going to lie to you.
he was like,
Yeah, same.
really?
I can't
Well,
I
I
watch
don't
it.
know.
can't take it.
I've actually, I don't know. I usually don't watch them, but this one I was just like, you know what? Let me be mature and watch some CNN shit instead of Grays all day. But and then it was like what, a few miles from the courthouse, so it's like
Yes.
Minnesota, and they just been
They about to burn Minnesota
investigating
down.
fire.
Bruh, they're about to. Just this is, I don't know, man. I just have to imagine what kind of, maybe this is the wrong way to think about it, but what kind of audacity you have to not be on edge as a cop, knowing that your state, your area, your force is basically in the spotlight right now for shooting people, shooting Black people in particular, and you like unconscious, like you just accidentally pulled out your gun and not your taser. Like you're not even on edge enough to like think
Yeah.
twice. From what I understand, it was very quick.
And it's like a few of y'all. It's not like he didn't have a weapon. Yeah, it's just, I don't know. And my thing is, it's like, and maybe because I'm not a cop, but don't they have like, well, like any job, don't you have like staff meetings and debriefing sessions? And aren't y'all talking about the climate of the community and how, y'all need to be extra cautious?
I doubt it.
No, man.
Yeah.
Really?
Every other job, likely. Every other job. Like you can't make a small mistake like that. Of course, people compare it a lot to the medical field. It's like if I pick the wrong medicine, like and someone dies from it, that's my license.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah,
that's
yeah.
it. Like there's no debate. And it's just insane. It's like, hey, it was an accident. It's like you accidentally kill somebody though. Like there's no,
And
I don't
then
know,
was that
man.
her house that was like barricaded?
Yeah.
And I was like, woo. Boy, man, they will go to any extreme lengths to just,
And I'm sure people have been
I don't know,
sending her
protect their
money.
own
That's how they.
against Black people. And that's our
Yeah, she
tax
got out.
dollars. You hear people.
I don't know.
Yeah, I guess we'll see how this plays out. It's definitely unfortunate. I have seen his aunt speaking out. I saw some random tweet or thread or something from a white woman who has a Black child saying how she was so shocked at Dante's killing because she thought, because basically her perception is because her son has a white mom, her son being this random white lady, that her son had a little extra barrier of protection.
What?
Right. So all kinds of stuff
Well,
has been coming out randomly with
yeah.
this. Moving on, we also
Wait. Did y'all even hear that apparently George Floyd's girlfriend was his like school teacher
teacher.
or some shit? I
Yeah.
was like, what?
I
I was
saw an
like,
article that said, here's the connection between them two, and I didn't read it. It was pretty long, I'm sure, before they got to
oh.
that.
Yeah, I did see that. Very odd, for sure. Or I guess a coincidence, but an unfortunate coincidence.
Mhm.
So moving on, there was a shooting at the FedEx or a FedEx facility, excuse me, in Indianapolis. Last I saw, I think there were at least 8 people that have been killed. I'm not sure if that number is higher at this point.
I ate too.
You saw
Yeah.
8 as well. So definitely unfortunate. They did confirm that it was an ex-employee of that facility. I don't, I really don't know what kind of mental state you have to be in to be so upset about whatever happening at work that you want to go and like shoot up the place. I don't know.
Did he just pick any random employee, or were you gunning for certain people, or I don't know?
I don't know.
Was he
Hearing some of
white?
those stories
Because
are
I sure as hell
scary.
didn't see a picture.
I haven't seen a picture.
I was
I
like,
don't know.
you know what that means.
I don't know.
I don't know either. I didn't even look up the person just because it wasn't readily, like it wasn't popping up, so I didn't search anymore.
And then
But
there were talks about, the people, I guess, in FedEx facilities, the people that work in there, they're not able to have access to their phones. And so, people were complaining about not being able to reach anybody, 911. I don't know. It's
what do
just
you
bad.
mean? Like as it was happening because they don't have access to their phones?
Well, some people were saying it didn't matter, it doesn't make a difference. But I guess the people that were working on the floor, like there's a policy or something like that, that they have to put their phones up in their lockers and not have them on the floor with them. So if the shit was going down, it's like, who can I call? But
Yeah, they said there's been a few dozen shootings within the last month, mass shootings. I want to say it was upwards 40, somewhere around 40 mass shootings within the month. So I did recently see there was something that just happened in San Antonio where I think it left 2 people dead. I'm not too sure. I have to
Oh
find that
man.
information. But I mean, these are scary times we are in. It makes you, I hate that I'm even at this stage in my life, but oftentimes I will be somewhere more so like a big crowd and I'll try to strategically think, okay, if something were to go down, this is
Yeah.
where I need to go, or this is my plan or whatever.
yeah.
So it's very sad.
Yeah. So we'll see. I think that Texas has something coming out soon. Did y'all see like those Texas gun laws that came out
Oh,
recently?
no permit, right?
Yeah, no permit. We open carry.
It's like they just don't care what's going on in the news. And then I'm like, if you're Black, please get your permit. Like that
You don't need no
it may seem
mistake.
like the law, but trust me, it will not apply to you if it comes down to it.
That's a fact.
Crazy.
You know what their argument is that a lot of these mass shootings or stuff can like be stopped if people who
someone else
are
had a
gun
gun.
owners, right? That's their
It
argument.
And
More guns is the answer.
you know what? I hate to compare
ridiculous.
this to a movie, but I hate watching those movies where it's that one guy. And then it just turns messy when they try to apprehend the suspect,
I don't know if it's ever turned out real, except on like
this
maybe like a sitcom where it's all planned and the guy is trying to be the hero for whatever girl is watching. Like literally the only time it's ever worked.
Yeah. So I mean, I just don't see the reasoning for that shit, to be honest with you. And it just seems like, as things are opening up now, more mass shootings are occurring, and you can't tell me it's not a correlation. So,
Oh God. Yeah. Now, the argument for this bill is that people don't have time or the resources to get the permit. Now, that is just ridiculous.
Who? Why
Yeah,
people
it is.
time?
My brother
All
literally
resources.
just got his permit last week. Like, what are you talking
What all
about?
you got to do to get a permit again?
All you gotta
Not
do
that I'm
is
about to
go
get
to a
one, but
class and cut a check.
Sit
well,
through a
how
class
long
is
is the class?
$40. It's maybe it's a
It's
day. I
not,
can't remember
yeah.
what it
I had a
is.
friend in law school that was teaching the shits, and I mean teaching those classes, and I was just like, damn, they just letting anybody teach them all. I mean, of course it was white, but you know, it's I don't know, man. Hey, so sidebar. And if you all don't know,
Okay.
you all just don't know. What the hell is going on with the Chicago man?
What's
I
wrong?
have no
What she
idea.
do?
Little
Lightfoot?
bit.
Well, yeah. Okay,
Whatever.
so it started out, people were enraged because I guess so there
The
was
13-year-old that was killed.
Was he Hispanic? Okay, so she was trying to cover
Adam,
up saying that,
right?
yeah, he was trying to cover up, trying to say that he had a weapon, and then video is now leaked. He's just running, hands in the air, he still gets shot. And so she was kind of backpedaling on the story, not to mention they were saying that she had allocated some of the COVID relief funds to fund the police departments. And now they're saying there's like a cheating scandal with her and a mistress or something like that. And they talking about she might resign. It's a lot going on in Chicago. I wish I had my Chicago plug to be like, yo, what's really going on? But it's a lot going on.
So to that story with the 13-year-old boy, some family members were talking about it yesterday, and I didn't fact check it, but apparently he was out. This is like 2 a.m. He's out with somebody who's 21. I don't know if it was a family member or a friend. I don't know, but he's 21, and the gun belonged to the 21-year-old. But the 21-year-old is like, hey, I want you to carry it because it's something, if we get pulled over or whatever, then if you go to jail, you basically won't have a right. So I don't know what the story is. I know that there's video and it shows that he doesn't have anything, but apparently he did. I don't know. Either way it goes, we have a teenage boy barely cross over as a teenager who is dead. So that's unfortunate. A lot to dissect there too. Why is a 13-year-old boy out at 2 a.m? Where is mom and dad?
2 a.m. I don't think I ever saw 2 a.m. as a 13-year-old.
I definitely saw it in the summers. We
out?
used to be up. Oh no, not out.
Oh
no, like
I thought you meant like up.
No. Yeah. Well, I'm a sleepy ass nigga anyway. But no, I meant outside the house, like at 2 a.m.
I see. Yeah, I didn't know what 2 a.m.
Unless you were driving road trip, like, yeah, no.
Okay, that's a really good point. I don't think I did either.
Yeah, same. All right. We're gonna kind of bounce back to Black Lives Matter to a certain extent. One of the founders, she is being accused of mishandling or misusing the funds for Black Lives Matter. Her name is Patrisse Cullors. I think that's how you pronounce her name. Basically, there were all these reports of Patrisse buying these multi-million-dollar homes. She bought like a upwards $3 or $4 million home in Malibu, and that she was looking at some property.
How much?
Like $4 million.
Multiple?
She was looking at some property in the Bahamas. She had just bought another house somewhere else in LA, whatever. So there is a chapter, I think it's the Brooklyn chapter, that wants an investigation done on, where is this money going? People in Ferguson, there's been plenty of people speaking out low key.
It's like, how much money
Tamir Rice's mom is speaking out against Tamika Mallory. So basically, a lot of these activists are under fire saying that y'all are capitalizing off of our children in, deaths, and we are not seeing any of the money
going.
That's what people want to know. So,
I mean, that's a good point, though. Especially if I'm the family. If I'm the family and like these people that are, you're constantly talking about my son and all of that, like, okay, what's happening with the money?
So Tamir Rice's mom.
What do you do with the money, though? I mean, aside from
regularly, right?
Aside from paying the families, which no amount of money can bring back your child, but what do you?
You're saying
is it supposed to be? Is it supposed to be like legal fees? Is that what it's supposed to be?
I've heard they raise like tens of millions, like 90 million.
Right,
Damn near.
right. They have raised a
What you
lot of
need $90
money.
million for?
I don't know what Black Lives Matters I don't know what their initiatives are. I know that 25% of their money is supposed to go back into the communities in whatever way, shape, or form that's supposed to be. I'm assuming like community centers, that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Where the rest of the money is going, I don't know. It was explained to me, maybe it was from like admin fees. So I guess people are probably getting paid within the organization. And so for you to be able to pay your staff and whatever other stuff you're doing, maybe that's where the other money is going. I don't know. But she was on with Mark Lamont Hill. I watched an interview with them, and she was trying to explain herself and saying that the money that first of all, she said she does not get any money from Black Lives Matter, the organization, that she does not have a salary there, and that she's a professor and she has written books, one of them being a New York Times bestseller, and that she does appearances and all this other stuff, and that's how she gets her money. And she did confirm that she did buy multiple homes, that she has not stepped foot into the Bahamas since she was 15 years old. This woman is clearly in her 30s or 40s. Does that mean that she wasn't thinking about buying property still out there? Who knows? But
I don't know.
She's
little
like,
more
this is well, right. So I don't know. I guess the argument is, are activists able to live a luxurious life, or do they need to be eating oodles and noodles every day, like to prove that they're with the fight?
I guess I would have to assume, thinking solely about the BLM movement, or I guess organization at this point, if she's not the one, she's just the founder. So maybe that does kind of have maybe it does make sense if she's not the one handling the money at this point. So somebody would have had to have given her that money. Maybe she gets quarterly or monthly, like, I don't know, some other kind of payments. But if she's not employed by it, I mean, I guess that makes sense. Maybe she does have other resources, but I mean, I would just need to see the support on who actually manages the money then, if it's not her.
Yeah. Well, and see, the argument too is, all right, yeah, did you write a book before or after you founded the organization? Like, I'm sure my guess would be that most of the money that she has been able to make is in response to her being a founder. So you're still, to a certain extent, capitalizing off of this, right? It's just not directly tied to the organization per se. Although it kind of is. So I don't know.
Look, in that case, she got speaking engagements and y'all paying her, $5K to $25 to $50K, however much every time she come out. I mean, somebody got to spend the money. You gave it to me.
I mean, MLK was a pretty financially successful brother too. So
the motherfucking house, bro.
Listen,
that house. But everybody was living in that thing. he said mama, daddy, brothers, sisters, they were all in there. Okay. But that was still a big ass fucking house.
They definitely came for money. So yeah, I guess I don't know. I don't think activists should be living a paycheck to paycheck wage, but I am going to side-eye you a little bit buying a $4 million home in Malibu, or however much it costs. It was definitely at least $1 million.
Multi-million dollars is side-eye worthy, and she has to admit that. Like, she has to just say, like, I understand where it's coming from.
Unless she's just getting the checks like that from these speaking engagements. Is she getting $50,000 a pop?
I don't know. I have no idea how much it costs to get her to speak, but I really wonder, because I just cannot believe the organization is not paying her. I can't.
Yeah.
But maybe.
All right. Well, maybe we'll see more from this as it continues to unfold. We're going to transition into some lighter news, but before we do that, I want to give a rest in peace to rapper Black Rob and DMX. We never really acknowledged, because we didn't record last week, that he did pass away. So I don't know a lot about Black Rob besides whoa. And what was that? Solomon, you might know more of his stuff.
I mean, he had a lot of features on different Bad Boy songs. I mean, he was on Let's Get It with G-Dep. He was on Bad Boy for Life. Okay. So he rest in peace. He hasn't been looking good for about some years now. Like 2015, I think he first showed up, and it looked like he had a couple strokes. He said obviously just hasn't been taking care of himself. Like a lot of brown liquor and smoking. But I mean, it's unfortunate, and I just hate that everybody's using his death as a Diddy, you need to take care of this artist and that artist, and it's just like, if Black Rob didn't say shit, then we really don't need to speak on it, because he's held Diddy down. I haven't heard him say not one ill comment towards Diddy. So,
but what does him drinking and smoking have to do with Diddy, right? Like, my interpretation is, if someone has an addiction problem, it doesn't matter how much money you pour into them or whatever. Like, at the end of the day, it's going to be on that individual person to break through, right? So is that what they're implying? That he
should have done something,
I'm not
or like
sure
should
what
currently?
I'm not sure what his financial situation was looking like. Maybe that was it, and it didn't look like he had the best of health care. And then you have Diddy coming out saying, we need to start giving the masters and ownership to the artists and shit. And all the while it's been rumored, well, Diddy, you're not paying your people,
right.
So I mean, it's just a lot of conflicting.
That's fair.
I don't know. But it looked very sad. It didn't
like his condition
yeah,
over the past. Okay.
I mean, even the video that he shot, rest in peace to DMX, it looked bad. Like,
it did.
Can we get a, hey, Diddy came and visited Rob? I know it's, all for the public image, but it seemed like he was laid up in the hospital about to die alone, damn near. That's the vibe I got from it.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know. This is just shit you see on social media. So
yeah, dang. Well, rest in peace to those men. Let's go ahead and get into some lighter news. Next up, we have Usher dollar scandal. So there was a stripper who called out Usher for leaving Usher dollars of multiple. What's the different type of dollars called? Like
different
$1
denominations.
bill. There we go. Mm-hmm. So she called him out. Later on, the owner of the strip club admitted that Usher did pay a regular wage or whatever to support the strippers, and that these dollars were used as promotion for his upcoming residency in Vegas. And so then the stripper later was like, yeah, I never said he didn't pay us real money too. Y'all just said what I said and ran with it. So,
oh my God. She knew what she was doing.
She knew what she was doing. She did.
And part of it, do you think part of it is just a whole PR rollout type deal? Like, all publicity, good publicity, Usher, hey, you'll be trending. Let's run with it.
Probably. You never really see stuff like this anymore.
Because they didn't really, I feel like whenever it happened, they didn't respond for a little bit. Like they kind of let people talk first and then they came back out. And so I was like, oh, this is definitely for show.
Yeah.
For sure. Sure.
Even when I saw, or I didn't see it, somebody sent it to me and was like, Usher sending these dollars out or something like that. And I was like, it's Usher. There's no way that was all that they got. Like I don't even need the story. I don't need the story.
No way. Of all people, you're gonna say Usher is giving you fake money and not the real. Come on, man.
Listen, I know I'm still listening to Confessions on heavy rotations. I know that he's okay.
Yeah, well, actually, how about this? So there was a
is he broke?
No.
Don't tell me you looked up the nigga net worth.
No. It was a thread apparently of times where Usher was grimy. Like he started so they were talking about there are people who used to work at certain retail stores back in the day. This is like 2001, 2002. And how like he would try on a jacket and he'd leave the jacket on the whole time and be talking to him or whatever. And then be like, all right, y'all buy it, and leave with the jacket and not.
Yeah, I think I did.
There was like multiple stories of stuff like that he used to do. Or like trying to bring back clothes that were clearly worn, that may have had a little smell to, like clearly you were out at the club wearing this stuff and you tried to return it, kind of thing. So yeah, that's kind of hilarious. But I don't know. I'm trying to see what this residency talking about. So
I would be here for it.
I'm looking to buy tickets very soon. I love Usher. That's my OG crush. He's the first one I ever thought was
He
handsome.
was, yes, he was so cute. Have you been to, well, it's gonna be in Vegas. Did they say where or when? I'm sorry.
I almost feel like it's in Caesars, but I could be making that up. I could
I
be
don't
making
know,
that
but
up.
that would definitely get me out there.
Oh yeah, I will be there. My cousin is planning a trip. So I've never been to Vegas, so this will be my first
I was
go.
about to ask, yeah, have you been? I definitely want to go back, but I'm a little scared to go back because I feel like if you go not on your dime the first time, you go, you go and you have to pay for everything. Oh, okay, I'm not able to do that much.
Don't be in there losing money, then you really gonna be like,
yeah, no.
Yeah.
But it was a good time.
Shout out to Usher. Let's move on to the verses. Solomon, you can take it from here.
Okay, so I was just scrolling through Twitter like I usually do, and I came across, the age-old conversation where women get upset with men whenever they ask, "Do you want me to come over?" And the male responds, "If you want to." I think I've even seen some skits about it, but of course it was just people all up in arms in the comments and the threads. And so I was just wanting to pose the question to you all. When it comes to, I guess, wanting to spend the night or come over, are you the one to say, "Do you want me to come over?" Or are you usually just straightforward to the point and say, "Can I come over?"
Even if you say, "Can I come over?" they could still respond if you want to, right?
Even worse.
No,
Even worse.
No. Technically they could, but I feel like that's more.
Technically, they would.
That's more of a yes or no question. It seems to be very direct. Can I come over? You're
talking about it.
It's like
They would
putting
still
the
be
ball
like,
in my court,
yeah,
asking me
if
for
you
permission.
want.
Yeah, if you want. But it's
see how goofy that sounds.
Well, no. Do you want me to come over? Sounds goofy as shit.
Hold on. If we talking, we having a good time in the text, and somebody either way says, "You want me to come over?" Why does that sound goofy?
Why can't you just say, "Can I come over?" I mean, Aaliyah
What
had
is the
no problem
difference?
asking.
Okay.
She really.
And guess what? We never heard the response. We never heard the response.
Very valid point, Kier. Could she come over? Because she was singing about it for a while. We don't know.
Okay. And you saw Tank said yeah, or was that? Did he say yeah in the background? But
no.
It's like you're not wanting to take full own. It's like you don't want to be rejected. You don't want to be rejected if I say no. So you're kind of just like leaving it halfway up in the air as, well, it's not me asking, but it's not me really asking you. So
let's just be fair.
Yeah.
If I bring that up, I'm asking to come over. If that happens, are we really thinking that this is just a hypothetical question though? Like if somebody were to ask you that, like, hey, what was the question? Do you mind, or do you want me to come over?
Yes. You don't act like
is there really debate?
Huh?
I don't even know why this is even an argument. Hey, ladies, if someone tells you if you want to, after you ask them if you could come over, if they want you to,
okay, so
that's the last time you need to be entertaining that person.
So then why is it a big deal if I say if you want to?
Because the answer is you don't want me to.
Right. No, if you have to do all of that, I clearly want to because I'm asking you. So if you tell me if you want to, that lets me know, oh, this guy's a joke. This guy, I'm not about to be intruding on his alone time or whatever he's doing. It doesn't sound like he's enthusiastic about me coming over.
There would have to be.
Can I come over? You'll sound more intrusive.
No, but if he says yes first, then I can see why maybe the rest would come or something like that. But I'm asking you explicitly if you want me to, and you're pushing it back on me. Well, if you want to,
I'm asking you.
like, I brought it up.
Yeah, I do want
Because you gotta
to.
pose it like it's it's originating with me. Do you want me to come? It's like, I mean, if you want to come over, why don't you just say, can you come over?
I don't know. I feel like y'all are making this more, y'all being men are
Men.
making this more.
And that's what the whole thread was looking like. I was just like, see, this is some silly shit. But it's just one of those things I don't know. I don't think I've ever asked, do you want me to come over?
I'm sure in the past I probably have, like maybe in college, been like, hey, do you want me to like come by? Or even like, how about this? I almost feel like there was a time I may have like cooked something and was like, hey, I made such and such. You want me to bring some by? And it's like, oh, if you want to. It's like, oh, no,
I actually
I'm not at this
I,
point.
no,
Yeah,
not
that is a little
anymore.
different. That is a little
No,
different.
it's not.
Though. That is a no, because you come in
It's the
bearing
same
gifts.
thing.
You made some food. So
Let's
it's
be
like,
clear. On the other version, I'm bringing gifts as well.
are you?
Yes, myself. What?
Me.
My
I am the
prize is
gift and
present.
prize. I am the gift and the prize. Yes. So
But,
what's the
I
difference?
mean, the difference is I feel like some people are just afraid of rejection.
So
And
in
so
Kiera's
they
example,
pose the question like that to kind of put it on you as if you're kind of extending the invitation. It's like a mutual, well, nobody's really extending it, but so if you do say no, it doesn't really feel as a bold statement as, can I come over? No, you cannot.
in Kiera's example, when the guy says, if you want to, do you feel that that is like discouraging? Like, okay, well, I don't, is there anything like, are you able to see that example?
I mean, I can in that example, you know what I'm saying? But
Same thing.
it's like all that can be eliminated. But you had the food with you. You had
but this is the thing, though.
And you were still unclear about wanting me there.
It's almost like you're masking your intentions to really want to come over, to be more so, well, you know, how about I just bring him something?
No. Here's the thing. First of all, I don't have to have food with me as a mask to want to come over, for one. So if I literally am just like, oh, this is really good, I have all this extra food left over, I'd like to give it to this guy that I'm interested in. Would you like me to come over and bring you some? And you're like, if you want to. Oh, let me find another guy I can give this to. What?
Because clearly I am more interested in you because I'm giving you my leftovers. And I'm gonna
tell you why the food one is a little tricky, right? Because when you say it like that, okay, I've got some extra food. I cooked some food and I wanted to give you some. Obviously, the next follow-up would be, do you want me to bring it over? You wouldn't say, hey, I brought some food and I was thinking about you, thinking about giving you some food. Can I come bring you the food? You know,
but even to your point, so okay, hey, I got some food with me. Can I come over? Or however you want to lay it down. At the end of the day, it's a yes or no question. It's you responding if you want to. I clearly am open to doing it because I suggested it. So your response of if you want to is unnecessary. Back to if I had no food with me and I ask you, hey, want me to come over? And you say, if you want to. If I didn't want to, I would not have texted you in the first place.
I don't know why we're still texting if I didn't want to.
Because one of them is, it's your idea, and the other is I'm putting the idea in your head.
I don't
let
see
me
that
find out
distinction.
your if you want to type an N-word, okay?
No.
I don't see the distinction you're trying to make,
first of all,
Solomon.
I'm not gonna lie and say I haven't been that guy that had said, yeah, if you want to. Yeah, if you want to. But then I learned, okay, this is a bullshit ass argument. So it's always gonna be, yeah, that's cool.
I don't know why we can't just leave it at that. Yeah, that's cool.
On the way.
Why? I mean,
it's kind of passive aggressive when you say if you want to.
One thing I have to understand about Twitter in social media is the young kids, they're growing older. So all these examples of arguments that we've probably heard 1,000 times, some of these people are hearing it for the first time.
You're right about that. You're
Some
definitely
people are
right.
hearing this shit from the first time. Like, I can't tell you how many times I done seen, see, this is why men and women can't be friends. And it's just like, okay,
No, you're right.
please tell me this ain't 40-year-old, 30-year-old Twitter still talking like that.
No, you're
But-
you're 100%. And honestly, to your point on that, and I hate to kind of switch lanes, but as 30 is coming closer and closer, I feel like I am constantly being reminded of like, dang, I'm just in a completely different space. I keep seeing like, oh, I would never double text a man, or I will not, whatever other silly example. It's like, this is so childish. So
I will
yeah.
text
Would you
whatever
let
is
him
on
pay
my
the bill with your
mind.
friends? And it's just like, all right.
I saw
We
something
really
crazy
having
about that
argument at
too.
35, like 35. You're not gonna pay for my friend? She's 35.
Well, hold on.
35. No, we're not 22. We're not, come on.
Well, what's the setup?
The setup is, hey, my
The
homegirl
kids'
wanted to come with us to eat. Oh, no, you talking about the kids.
No.
But no, the one you're talking about is accurate. I mean, but again, we're 35. Why is the homegirl
Yes.
go and
First
on
off,
the date?
that's the thing. No, because that setup, no way. You invited yourself, or no.
But boy,
The man would have to say, I want to take you and your girls or whatever. That's different. So for me.
But folks be up in arms about these conversations as if they're brand new. And I've just got to remind myself, folks are getting older. You know, the young ones are coming up, so they've got to have these conversations as well.
Speaking of older people, did you see your man's?
My man.
Kevin.
Oh, Kevin Samuels. Why they gotta be my man? But you know, it's cool. No, I actually heard some of the podcast. It really wasn't that bad, like I thought it would be, based on like there was like the one, and I didn't even look at that clip. Where
With Pam Grier.
Yeah, but he was trying to defend him. Yeah, he was trying to defend calling Sweetie a 6.
He was a 6. And then I just saw, why are grown ass men with misogynoir and their standards? And I was just like, please tell
that
me.
Man, anything that man says, everybody is
But I
ready
mean,
to pounce.
there was some good conversation to be had. I mean, obviously it's Kevin Samuels, so there's gonna be the whole, well, you want this man that's the same shit that you probably would hear. But I mean, I heard a little bit of it. It wasn't as
I think people were just mad they were
bad as I thought it would
numbers.
be from the clip. Yeah. But damn, I pay Pam Grier an 8.
I'll listen to it on the ride back. But I mean, that's the thing. Like, he always want to rate people, but I mean, like, that's relative. You think Beyonce is an 8? Some people may think she's a 3. Some people may think she's a 10. Like,
yeah. But it's like it was somebody else on that show who was sitting like facing whatever direction Kevin Samuels was sitting, and people were like going after him, like, you the one talking about such and such not a 10 and women blah blah blah. It's like, all right, well, now we going the wrong way.
And it's just like, man, it's like, Lord forbid you have an opinion. But at the same time, I can understand how it does seem like, you know, they're just sitting there tearing down women. But
that is the only thing that that's probably the main thing. It's like, why are we sitting here talking about Sweetie?
What? And I can be honest with you, unless there's a caption that says Sweetie, I really wouldn't know what she looked like. Like, if you were just to show me a picture of Sweetie, I wouldn't know, like,
at all. You wouldn't even have like a.
If she were to walk down the street, I might pass her up. Unless that nigga Quavo was with her.
That woman.
Huh?
Sorry to that woman, basically.
No, I mean, I just don't.
There
really
are a lot of people that are
like
quote unquote popping at the moment, and I have no idea what they look like.
Yeah,
so I can give you a little bit of grace on that, even though I think her face has kind of been plastered.
Yes,
recently.
For sure with Quavo. Like,
now, you know what? I think I might see her and be like, that's somebody, ain't it? That is somebody. Because sometimes those people, they just have this glow about them, so to speak. I don't know if I can describe it, but I remember one time I saw Tiana Taylor in the club, and I was just like, who is that? Before I knew who it was. You know what I'm saying? Like, she just, something about her
When
just
was this?
out.
Is this like
this
Right.
was in
I need some
grooves.
timing.
This was in grooves. Like,
What's the timing though?
I'm in
Like,
law
how?
school. I'm in law school.
That wasn't
okay,
that
law
long ago.
school, you
Hold
should have
on.
known better.
No, I mean,
You had a kid by law school.
No. I was, well, then it had to been like my 1L year or something like that. But either way, she was just kind of just standing there. And before I realized, I was like, that's somebody. And then I was
what the hell was she doing in grooves?
No fucking.
Right.
She was in that bitch though. She was.
I'm trying to think about, did she have something now? I'm sure that had to have been an appearance.
No, I honestly think this was before the music started popping. Like, she was, releasing some shit with Pharrell maybe, or she may have. This was before the Kanye shit. When she did her video.
What video was that? What song was that? Damn, we way off topic.
Fade Away.
That was Fade.
Yeah, but it was before that. So, like, I don't know. She just had a glow about it.
Honestly, I guess to be fair, you did miss the Sweet 16 era. And so from Sweet 16 up until Fade, if you didn't know who Tiana Taylor was, when she first popped off, I guess you wouldn't have a reason to know anything about her. I don't even know if she was dating Iman at that time.
No. Yeah, I knew about her before she dated him, but I don't even know when I figured who she was, to be honest.
Okay, that's fair. Okay, well, thank you guys so much for listening. If you liked what you heard, make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe. Follow us on social media at He Said, We Said. Any final words?
None.
I will say shout out to Doja Cat. I love your song with SZA. It's my favorite. Okay.
When she dropped that?
What's the name of it? I saw something. I need
Kiss Me More.
Yeah. Okay. I saw it. I haven't listened though.
I gotta go back.
Yes. Okay.
Was that off the last shit?
No, it's new.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.